So as is always the case, how do we use molar mass? So let's talk about how we convert moles to mass, mass to moles. So the question is, how many grams of iron are present in 1.78 moles of iron? So remember, molar mass is the mass per 1 mole. Okay. So in order to solve this, we need to use the molar mass of iron. So where do we get that? Periodic table. So mass to moles and moles to mass. Periodic table. Okay. If you're talking about atoms or anything, that's Avogadro's number. That's different. So here we're talking mass and moles. So you look at the periodic table, and iron has a molar mass of 55.85 grams per mole. The other way of writing it is 1 mole per 55.85 grams. So it tells you the same information. It's just flipped, right? We've done this before. So which form do I use? As again, what I want goes on top. What do I want? I want grams, right? I want grams. So 1.78 moles. So I need this version on the left. Grams on top, moles on the bottom. Moles cancel. 1.78 moles of Fe times 55.85 over 1. Of course, 1 is the same thing. And you get 99.4 grams, 3 significant figures. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's do it the other way. How many moles of calcium are present in 5.78 grams of calcium? So again, mass, moles, moles, mass. Molar mass, periodic table. You find calcium on the left side. The molar mass is 40.08 grams per 1 mole. Or 1 mole is 40.08 grams, whichever one we think we need. Again, what we want goes on top. How many moles? Which one do we want? The one with moles on top. So it's the one on the right. Here we go. Plug it in. Boom. Grams cancel. Leaves you with moles. 5.78 divided by 40.08 grams. You do the math. 0.0144 moles. Okay. And that's how you calculate that. Now, you don't have to just do it for an element. You could do it for a compound. So check. Here's another example, by the way, of going from grams to moles, so you can look at that. But I'm going to skip ahead and do this one. Okay. So how many moles are in 92.2 grams of FeO, iron 2 oxide? So again, how do you go from mass to moles, moles to mass? Here you go, molar mass. But now we need the molar mass of Fe and O. So we look at our periodic table. We find FeO. Fe is 55.85. O is 16.00. Add those two together, 71.85 grams per mole. So that's the mass per 1 mole of FeO. Just like before, which form do we need? What we want goes on top, right? What do we want, moles or mass? Well, we want, the question's asking how many moles. So we want the moles on top. So that means we're going to have to flip it. So we have the moles on top, the grams on the bottom. Do the math. 92.2 cancels out grams, right? Leaves you with moles on top. Do the math. 1.28 moles of Fe and O. Okay. So you can do this a bunch of different ways. One more example. 3.84 moles of NO2. How many grams? Mass, moles, periodic table. We need molar mass. So we need the molar mass of NO2. N, 14.01 grams per mole. 2 O's, 16 times 2. Add that up, 46.08. How many grams? What do we want on top? Moles or mass? We want mass on top. So it means we got to have the 46.01 grams of NO2 on the top, moles on the bottom. The moles cancel. It leaves you with the grams on top. 3.84 times the 46.01, 3 significant figures, gives you 177. And that's how you go back and forth from mass to moles. You use molar mass.